You're listening to Good Morning Gwinnett, a division of ABK Media Group, hosted by Audrey Bell Kearney, sharing stories about people and places around beautiful Gwinnett County every day at 9 a.m. Southern living at its best.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Good morning, Gwinnett. My name is Audrey Bell Kearney. I am the host of this show. Man, I'm so happy to be back. I feel like I've been gone a long time because on Wednesday I had to run out because my daughter was in labor, and so I did a very short show on Wednesday, and Thursday I didn't get a chance to do a show at all, so I do apologize. But that's some of the downfall of hosting a live show. Sometimes things happen. Life happens. And my daughter gave birth, and I'm so excited to welcome my new baby girl, Carter Anaya Copeland, to the family. That's my baby. I have one daughter. Now I have one granddaughter. I have one child, which is a daughter. Now I have a granddaughter. So I just want to shout out some love to my daughter, Dominique, her fiance, Cameron, and to my new baby granddaughter, Carter. That's my braces again. But Carter Naya Copeland is the new addition to our family. And I gotta tell you, man, the staff over at Eastside Women's Center, Eastside Medical Women's Center, they were phenomenal. When I tell you, they made everybody feel just so comfortable and so relaxed and so just so welcoming. They were just so great. And I got to tell you, when I had my daughter, I had a C-section, and I don't remember a lot about it, but what I do remember is that I had to go into the OR and I had a C-section. And I remember them telling me she was a premature baby. She was 3 pounds and 5 ounces, and she was a preemie. And I remember them telling me, she weighed 3 pounds and 5 ounces, and I just remember going to sleep right after that. So I don't remember a lot. So, I didn't get the full experience of what having a child was like because I had a C-section. But man, let me tell you, I was in the room with my daughter, and with Cam when they had the baby, and that was some type of experience I've never experienced in my life. And here I am, I'm so crazy, right? Because and they think I'm crazy in my household too. So I digress for just a second. So there's a program here in Atlanta, and they talk about doing stem cell injections into your joints to make your cartilage and all that stuff grow back for people who have like bad knees and bad backs and aches and pains in the joints. And so I went to one of those little seminars. It was like a luncheon seminar, and they told you about that. Well, when my daughter got pregnant, I said to her, hey, listen, I said, I want to keep your placenta so I can, find a doctor that'll take the stem cells and inject it into my knee because I got a bad knee and a bad back. And she was like, why you want to do that? And I said, because it helps the cartilage to grow back in your knee and your back. And she was like, well, okay. And so she mentioned it to her doctor, who is Dr. Ware over Eastside Medical in the Women's Center. Dr. Ware is an amazing woman. She's phenomenal. I can't say enough about that team over there. But anyway, so she told the doctor when she went to one of the visits, what do I need to do to keep the placenta? And so the doctor said, she said the doctor had like a stunned face or whatever, but the doctor said, well, we could take it and bag it up for you and you could take it with you. And she said, oh, okay. And so she said, well, the doctor said you could take the placenta and bag it up, and they would, they'll give it to you. And I said, oh, okay. And so when we got to the hospital that day, I mentioned the placenta again to one of the nurses, and she bust out and started laughing. And she said, what are you gonna do? Like fry it up or something? Put it with onions? And I was like, no. She said, because I know we use it for burn patients. Like it helps the people that have been burned, it helps them to regrow their skin. Now, so there's some truth in this whole regeneration thing going on, regrowth, so I know there's some truth in that because the nurse said it. We donated and they use it for burn victims to help them regrow their skin. So I said, no, we're going to keep it and take it home. So I'm getting to the story. So when it was time for me to take the placenta home, the placenta came out, they put it in a little bucket, and I'm sitting there and I walked past it and I looked at it and I was like, oh my God, I can't take that home. Like I can't do anything with that. Like it was a lot to see. So let me just tell you, that was an experience that I had never had before. Didn't know what placenta looked like. Even though I know I could have gone online and looked up placenta, and somebody on YouTube probably had a video, it never even occurred to me to do that. And I'm always on YouTube for something. But that never even occurred to me to go in there and look at that. So up close and personal, I got a chance to see what the placenta looked like. And I didn't take it home. We donated it to the burn victim because I was like, okay, really? I'm not going to be able to touch that. I don't even want it in the refrigerator. Like, it was gross. But anyway, the baby came and I feel like I missed a lot. So I'm glad to be back this morning with you guys. We talk about things that happen around Gwinnett, and that was something that happened for me. Eastside Medical Center, thank you guys so much. I don't know if you're listening, but I did tell Dr. Ware that I was going to be shouting her out again on the show because I just think she did an amazing job. And her and the whole team over there, I mean, everybody made us feel so comfortable, and they made the process pretty seamless. You know, they explained everything, like every single thing they did, they explained. And Carter had like a couple of little breathing hiccups when she came out because she swallowed some fluid, but they took her to the NICU and they got her right in like 2 or 3 hours, and she was back with my daughter in her room in 2 or 3 hours. So it's just a great team, you know, and they kept us at ease because when she came out, I knew it was a little something going on, but I didn't want to alert my daughter. And they came and they brought her, they laid her on my daughter's chest, and she got a chance to like feel her mom for the first time. But soon after that, they took her to NICU to get her right, to get her lungs right, because she was having a little bit of problem with her lungs. But they did it so smoothly, not to alarm anyone, you know, the way they did it. Now, I knew, but I know they were trying not to alarm her, and they did a great job. So thank you, Eastside Medical, you know, right here in Snellville, Georgia, in Gwinnett County, for just being great and awesome, and such a wonderful people working over there. And I just want to thank everyone that was there. They also gave them a really nice dinner. Like, they got a steak dinner like the next day, and they got like a birthday cake. So Carter has her first birthday cake. Everything was just great. Now, here's the funny thing. The birthday cake that they gave came from Needing. Oh God, I forgot the name of it. But I shouted that nonprofit out on one episode. I want to say it's Needing Cake. And it's spelled with the K, Kneading. So I want to say that might have been episode number 3 or 4. We're on episode number 28 right now. And maybe 29. I think I'm on 29. But anyway, it was so funny because when they sent the cake up, and I was like, hey, I shouted that company out on my show because they're a nonprofit doing great things here in Gwinnett County. And that takes me to the my nonprofit of the day, People Helping People segment, doing great things right here in Gwinnett County. And so I like to do that because, you know, it's just a way to to shout out to the people and say thank you to the people that are helping people right here in our community. And there are a lot of people that need a hand, you know, whether it be a hot meal, a warm bed, a coat to wear, just somebody to talk to. There are a lot of people in our community helping people, and I love to do the People Helping People segment. Now, here's a funny thing. I was looking for one to shout out, and I looked at Berkeley Lakes because I don't think I ever did one in Berkeley Lakes. I don't even know if I did a nonprofit in Peachtree Corners, but I typed in Berkeley Lakes, and the one that popped up was called Moms Club of Peachtree Corners and Berkeley Lakes. So this is a nonprofit. It's called Moms Club of Peachtree Corners and Berkeley Lake in Georgia. So here's the thing. This organization is a chapter of the International Moms Clubs, and what they do is they provide support to mothers at their home. You know, and I was like, oh my God, this is so perfect because I know my daughter is a brand new mother. I know she has a lot of fears right now because she said so. And so I think that this is one of the, you know, I don't believe in coincidence, but when I typed in nonprofits and who I want to shout out today, this is the one that popped up. So Moms Clubs of Peachtree Corners and Berkeley Lakes. It's a chapter of the International Moms Club, and they are a support group designed just for you, the at-home mother. So if you're an at-home mother and you are looking for some support, you know, somebody to just talk to, somebody that's understanding what it means to be a mother, at home. Somebody, it's just, you need that support, especially if you're a new mother. We like to say it takes a village. Well, it takes a village and some extras, because the village normally helps the help you out, but you want to make sure that it's a village that understands what you're going through. And who better to do that than other moms who have gone through what you're going through? So they provide a list of services. They meet during the day with at-home mothers who need support. That's a cool thing. So they come to you. You don't have to worry about coming to them, which is great, especially if you're a new mom, because they don't want mothers to feel like they're isolated. So you can bring your children if you go to the meeting with them, but they will come to you, which is great. It's a nonprofit. It's a 501c3, and they welcome mothers of any age. You don't have to leave the group when your child enters school. So that's a cool thing too. So even if you're a mother and you are an empty nester, because that's another whole monster. You've been a mother for 18, 21 years, being a mother and there all the time for the kids. Now they go on about their business. And what do? You're an empty nester with no children. And so you may still need some support. So even as your children grow, they still welcome you. When the children move out and you're an empty nester, the mom clubs still welcome you to come out and get that support, because sometimes you need it. Sometimes you just feel alone. Like, what am I going to do with my life when my life is my children? When everything revolves around my children. I had the great opportunity on Thursday to meet Kevin Durant's mother. Her name is Wanda Durant. I went to a really wonderful event sponsored by Miss Becky A. Davis, who is the founder of Bosspreneur here in Atlanta. And Wanda was the speaker. Now, those of you who don't know who Kevin Durant is a basketball. He plays for the NWA. He plays for the NBA. He plays for the Golden State Warriors, and he's an amazing, talented basketball player. And his mom was a speaker at our event, the Bosspreneur event on Thursday, and she said something very, very, very key to what I'm talking about right now. She said she's a mother of 2 boys, and her life revolved around her 2 boys. Like, they both played in